Welcome to WNL Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. This week we'll speak with women's basketball coach Christine Clancy and women's swimming captain Kelly Mae Ross. But first, a very quick look back at the weekend in Washington Lee athletics. Both basketball teams were in action coming out of the Thanksgiving holiday. On Saturday, JDI scored 22 points and pulled down 12 rebounds to lead men's hoops to a 68-63 ODAC road win over Shenandoah. And on Sunday, the women fell 47-42 to Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. With me now is women's basketball coach Christine Clancy. Christine, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You've just started your first year as WNL's head coach, but you were on staff last year. Prior to that, you were the interim head coach at Colby. How did those experiences help you as you have started your new job here?
Well, I mean, it's really good to be here for my second year, to be familiar with not only the students, but the teams in the league, and just all the challenges that we have here at Washington Lee and all of the great advantages that we have as well. So being familiar with the school and the team and everything has made the transition a lot smoother. And my experience at Colby has just helped me because this isn't the first time I've had to make the tough decisions as the person at the head of the program. So it's nice to have a little bit of experience coming in.
The Generals are giving up just over 42 points per game so far this year. Talk about your team's defensive intensity through the first four contests.
I couldn't be more proud of our defense right now. It's something that I wanted to bring in from the beginning of the season, and they've really bought in. They really pay attention to the scouts that we give them and play personnel really well. We take advantage of our intelligence in that way, and they've just been working so hard on the defensive end, making every point that the other team score really, they have to work for it really hard. So it's been something that I'm really proud of, and it's really keeping us in all of the ball games we've played so far.
WNL was selected to finish 12th out of 12 teams in the ODAC preseason coaches poll. How has that pick motivated your team?
I think it's probably the best thing that those coaches could have done for us. If you're picked 8th, 9th, 10th, you're kind of middle of the pack. But being picked 12th really motivated myself and the seniors, I think, the most. We know that we're better than that. And I think that in our first game against Roanoke, we really made a statement by beating them. And it's something that is always in the back of our mind every day at practice and for every game. So we're looking forward to our second ODAC game coming up this weekend.
What are the keys for Washington Lee to have a successful season?
The keys for us are to continue putting the defensive pressure that we've started the season with, to keep teams scoring, around that 50-point mark or below, to make sure that we really have a chance to be in every game. And then to take care of the basketball, to limit our turnovers, two things that we've been doing pretty well so far. And if we continue to do that, we're going to start hitting shots and getting great chemistry on the court, so our offense will really come along. But if we can keep teams down and keep our turnovers down, we're going to be in every single ball game this year.
Christine, thanks for being here. Best of luck this season.
Thank you.
I'm joined now by Kelly Mae Ross, senior swimming captain from Endicott, New York. Kelly Mae, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Washington Lee is 5-3 against a very competitive schedule. Give us a sense of how the general season has gone so far this year.
Well, I think that the season has gone great so far. We had a nice early season victory against Mary Washington, and they're always a very, very tough team that's always a competitive meet. We had some great swims on both the men's and women's side, and we were able to come out on top. So that was a great boost for us early in the season, and since then we've had several dual meets, tri meets, quad meets, so we've had all sorts of competition, and we've swum against some D2 and I think even a D1 school, so that's been great, swimming against great competition. And also, I think my teammates would agree, just based on how sore we all are at this point, that the coaching staff, I think, has stepped up our training regimen this year from last year. So that's great. We're working hard. And another thing that I think has been going really well thus far is the transition from a separate men's and women's swim team into one unified co-ed swim team. So for the first time at WNL, there's a co-ed athletic team, and it's the swim team. So that's been an interesting and exciting change, and I think that transition has been going well so far this year. So like I said, overall, I think things have been going well for us.
2 of your dual meet wins are against ODAC teams, including perennial conference rival Randolph-Macon. You also finished first in the ODAC relays at the beginning of the year. What do those wins mean, especially as you look ahead to the conference championship in February?
Well, as an athlete, I have to say, winning is always great. We like to win, and every meet victory, be it a dual meet, tri-meet against an ODAC team or non-ODAC competition, is great. Like I said, each win is a boost for us, but as a team and as individual swimmers, we have goals that are a little more long-term as well. And we're only about halfway through our season. Our conferences will be in February, so we have a lot of work left to do to meet those longer-term goals. But like I said, each victory along the way is great.
What's your favorite part of being a student athlete at WNL?
That's an easy one. Absolutely, my favorite part of being an athlete here at Washington and Lee is the team that I get to be a part of. And you know, it sounds sort of cliche, but I really can't say enough about the quality of the each and every member of the swim team. And I'm fortunate enough that I get to see them all every day. I get to train with 40-something of my best friends every day, and we hang out, you know, not only on deck, in the pool, but outside of the pool as well. We'll eat together, study together, hang out on the weekends, and like I said, the members of the swim team are just so nice and involved and hardworking and funny, and I could just go on forever about how great the team is. So that's absolutely my favorite part of being an athlete here, but I also very much appreciate some of the lessons that I've learned over my years on the team. Definitely have learned a lot about time management, fitting in practices, homework, all the other extracurricular activities I'm involved in. You've got to make it work, and I've learned how to do that. I think that will be valuable, you know, a valuable skill for the rest of my life. And also just learned a lot about, you know, working towards goals that you set for yourself. And this year in particular, as a captain, I've learned a good deal about leadership. So I'm very grateful for all of that.
You were speaking earlier about long-term goals for the team. Outside of pursuing another ODAC title, what are your expectations for the rest of the year?
Like I said, winning is great, and we look forward to going into ODACs and swimming hard and hopefully coming away with another ODAC title. But each member of the team has set individual goals for him or herself, and we all met one-on-one with Coach Gardner at the beginning of the season to discuss those goals and sort of plot a roadmap for the months ahead and the training ahead. So I think, you know, while we'd like to have a great overall, you know, team victory at ODACs, what we really like to see is each individual swimmer just, you know, hitting those best times, you know, coming into the wall, looking up at the board, seeing that personal best, and just, you know, that's just the greatest feeling when you know, you see your teammates reaching their own personal goals. And also throughout my time here, I've seen several school records fall, so that's always nice when a relay or an individual can swim an event faster than anyone else here has before. So that's also something that you know, we're thinking about. And like I mentioned before, we have the combination of the men and the women into a co-ed team for the first time, and so I think another more long-term goal that we're focusing on is just ensuring that transition is as seamless as can possibly be, just so that we lay a good foundation for the future swim teams at WNL, because we're the first co-ed team, but I don't think we'll be the last. So we'd just like to set some good precedents with that respect, in respect to that.
Kelly May, thanks for being here. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you so much.
It's time now for a look at the upcoming weekend. Men's and women's track and field open up the indoor season at the Liberty Kickoff in Lynchburg. Riding will compete in the Sweetbriar Invitational on Saturday, while wrestling travels to a tournament at Ohio Northern. There's a basketball doubleheader at the Warner Center on Saturday afternoon. Men's hoops will face Randolph at 2, with the women taking on defending ODAC champion Guilford at 4. And men's and women's swimming head to Richmond for the Randolph-Macon Invitational on Saturday and Sunday. For WNL Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.